Okay, we're like at almost 2:30 in the morning here, Saturday morning now. A bit of a late night. Thought I'd do a little review. I've received 4 new torch lights, clip-on ones, all built-in lithium batteries. First off is this fishing one. That's what it's listed as, good for fishing. It's got a display there for battery life in 4 stages, 25s up to 100 in blue lights indicating. You got, I think, 3 or 4 modes: bright, dull, strobe. All these, I've got 4 altogether. All 4 torches cost me just under £10, bulk buying on Aliexpress. This one was listed as a high-powered torch with also built-in gyroscope, so it gives off a white light as well as 2 different colours. I think this one's red and blue, so it'll do like a strobe on that. You've got your 2 main lights there. That's also got dull, bright and a strobe. 2 simple buttons to power, one for powering the top section, one for powering this section. Has the clip on the other side for clipping on, and on the end has a magnet, which isn't very strong, but it does stick, you know. Yeah, just got to mind you won't knock it off wherever you stick it to. I brought another one like this for about the same price, which is on the strobe area there on the side light. It's I think red and green, but basically the same thing, magnet on the end. The buttons on this other one slightly, on the other one is slightly different layout on the batteries. Yeah, you got your top 2 buttons there, and then they're spread out on this one different. But looking at them, I'm wondering if they can twist as well, but I haven't figured that out yet. We'll do a little light test in a minute. I'll turn this main light off behind me and beam the light over on high beam over to the dark side of the moon. But before I do that, yeah, back to this one. The actual clip, what clips onto the top of the cap, will also bend, but it bends so far around you can turn it so you can blind yourself. Great. But I suppose if you're putting it, clipping onto a pocket or somewhere else, that's good for altering. I'll say it's quite a good little thing, and I say for the price of all 4, and each of them, you know, quite good. I've got a couple of each of some of them. This one come with the little stuck on the magnet, a little thing to stick on your keychain, but I don't know where it actually hooks up to. The other one didn't come with one. And I'll show you this light now. This is a police light. Clips on. I have that on my shoulder strap for my bag I have when I go out with my keys and stuff. This has got a torch there, which isn't very bright, that ain't very high powered, but I wanted it for the red and blue light when I'm wheeling around at night. I cross some roads, I can be seen by these flashing. When I'm chasing parking wankers, I'll start flashing the lights and approaching them like a fed. Yeah, so I think with this one, I think it's a case of hold it in. Yeah, we've got the torch. That's not, like I say, that's not very bright at all. I doubt you'd see your keyhole trying to get your key in with this one. So yeah, that's a bit relevant. But then you go through the modes. It's multiple modes. So push again, change the momentum of it, and again, and again, And is there more? Yeah, there's more. And yeah, change the mode. Click again. And again. And again. Wow, that's a dazzler, that one. Yeah, and off back to the light and off with the light. Yeah, good little thing. You know, this was, like I say, around about £2, this one. Come nicely boxed, and each torch will come with the USB charging cables, all boxed. I say, bargain. That is great. All of them are great. Okay, so let's do a little light test. Power off that. A bit of darkness. We'll start with the one on the cap. I'll turn myself around slightly. So button, there's two buttons here. I'll show that one. Yeah, that's giving me double light. Shine that over to the dark side of the moon. That's going across a double bed. I'm sitting in an aisle on one side of the bed. There's an aisle on the other side of the bed. Then a filing cabinet and the window. So yeah, that's on the highest beam. I've got the little lamp facing the other way to the back of the laptop on still. Like I said, there is while the power's on, there's 4 little blue lights for the indicators for battery life. Find the buttons again. Let's take it off the hat. Okay. There we go. That's on the dial. Push it again. Start on a light strobe. And off. Yeah, so that's just the basic one. And then we get on to the strobe jobs, gyroscope. I said one of these was actually listed as high power and a defense torch, self-defense. You can dazzle them, blind them. So power on, where's the end of the torch? Get the right button. There you go. That is the side light to where the gyroscope is. It's quite bright. It'll light up an area quite good. And push it again. You start getting a little light show. Once more, that's it. Starts it flashing. It's actually quite blinding looking at that too much. Back to that, and then hold it down. Power's off. Hold it in on the other button. Brings on one of the lights. There's two, like I say, two front lights. That's just one of them on, shining across the room. Push it again. I don't know if that's brightened up or dulled it. That's bright. That's double light. Both lit up. And push again. And again. Where's the strobe on that? Perhaps that one hasn't got a strobe with the actual main light, like I thought. Maybe it's on the other one. Okay. So now I've got to find the buttons on this one, which is a lot more harder to see in the dark. Feel around. That's it. It's just one press on. It's lit up the little coloured lights on the side, but it's lit up one bulb of the two for the front main torch. Come on, where are you? It's really hard to find the buttons when you're looking in the dark. Need a torch to see them. Okay, that's powered off, powered on. Switch them, there you go, 2 on, shine over. Ah, this one has got a strobe with the main torch. It's actually strobing at the minute. I go power off, so if I find the other button, I should find the yeah, no idea. A bit harder in the dark, but you get the basic idea. Yeah, it's a great little torches, great little clip-on thing. So I'd say Aliexpress, bit of a bargain really. Great little fun. Like I say, like lithium batteries, rechargeable batteries, they're usually good for around about 1,000 charges on them. So with these built-in batteries, you can imagine, well, what good are they after the battery gives up holding the charge? Well, I say the solution for that is buying a single tube for like a battery, the battery power banks, or for just one battery, where you can connect the USB cable to your old torch and then connect that to the power bank to run your new battery from the power bank strapped to your hat as well. Now it's a lot of messing around, but it's one way to keep the life on it going better. So yeah, for a cheap little thing like that, I think yes, bit of a bargain really. Thought I'd have to do a review for it. I was telling Mike, Weapon Collector, on live stream earlier about them. So he said he'd be looking forward to seeing the video. Hope you enjoy, Mike. And yeah, perhaps hopefully see you Saturday night, tonight, on the late stream, and perhaps we'll get on the torches more. I think he got some, yeah, Weapon Collector's got some torch reviews to do as well. So check out at Weapon Collector for whatever torches he comes up with. You know, no telling us what he might have. So, you know, he usually gets some good bits and pieces. So, well worth checking out. Anyway, I'm gonna just made this coffee. Should be ready to drink now. I'm gonna drink that and head off to bed. And have a good Saturday.